What is going on, amigos? All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Top of the morning, Ark. I was checking my laptop and I saw you commented, so I said, okay, cool. Got one person. That's all that matters. Morning. Good morning, sir. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. I'll try to speak up, but I don't like to speak up too loud because, you know, I do have neighbors and I don't like them in my business. Yeah, weekend's here. They gave us off today, so I'm gonna enjoy the morning um, and just woosah, woosah. You know, the, we all run in the same circles, Arc. I'll see you on another chat or I'll see you on another live, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And it's like it's funny, right? We go from one to the next. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that we all run in the same circle, so we kind of all stay afloat, So I'm gonna jump around here just for a little bit. Just nothing in particular. Just kind of go with the cuff and just say I'm gonna make a special effort to just enjoy the weekend and breathe and not think about this and that and what's going on around the world or prepping supplies or stores like that. That's not to say it's not true because yesterday we went to Sam's. Oh man, that breeze is coming through. Feels good. I put a lot of extra lights here so they're hanging all over the place. I was doing a little photo thing. I like to take pictures and like set up the stage and set up the like background and stuff. So anyway, went to Sam's. Yeah, a lot of familiar names all over. Yeah, definitely. And I don't know how long you've been here, Ark. Hey, good morning, Chico Wise. Good morning to you, brother. Good morning. Everybody gets a little top of the morning to you. Yeah, I don't know how long you've been here, Ark, on YouTube, or actually been a content creator, but over time you're going to see people evolve, right? Just like you do in life, right? From me to you to Chico Wise to whoever, right? And oh, Chico Wise, by the way, I'm gonna go scroll here, but I was going through my storage data on my iPhone, and I was looking at all the different apps, and this made me think about you. But TikTok actually was eating like 24, I don't know, gigabytes, or one of the top. It was at the top. I was like, oh, delete that. I'll reinstall that later. And I do the same thing with YouTube because it just eats a lot of my data, or not data, but the storage space. So I'll reinstall that later. But anyway, as over time, you're gonna see people evolve here on YouTube, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly, whatever. And it just, how much time do you devote, how much time you put into this um, will change how you look at things, look at people, reflect on life, reflect on how much time you spend here, right? And I would encourage you, right? Just enjoy, just be there, be in the moment. Like just, I'm here. Just enjoy it for whatever it is. Um, and as I'm making my coffee this morning, I have I'm brewing it on the stove and one of those glass what is it called? um I can't, it's a glass, it's old school, it's a glass, you put the grinds in there and the bulk percolator coffee thing. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, I was on this routine every weekend with my grandfather. Let me see what Chico said. Yes, these apps make a phone run slow. I clear my. Yeah, I mean, you have to. All the text messages, the pictures, yeah, yeah, you gotta clear that out. Ark said, yeah, I've seen folks change. I've changed too. Yeah, yeah, not necessarily in a bad way, but when you can reflect on yourself and say how much better am I today than I was yesterday, last week, last month? Am I doing things to be productive here? All right, that's the thing. Or am I just wasting people's time? It's going to be the It's going to be all in the person that's viewing your content. Hey, Art, good morning to you. Everybody gets the top of the morning to you. Just rambling here, just squirrely stuff. Good morning. But I would encourage everybody to just enjoy the weekend. Um, don't think about this and that. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, as Delaware Patriot said. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and there's nothing you and I can do about it other than just live your life, right? Um, went to the store yesterday. Um, from time to time, I get this overwhelming feeling. People will call it anxiety. People will call it something, right? The military people, people that have served, call it PTSD. There's a variety of things, right? At some point, I think we all get in that little zone. We're just like, you're too close. You're too close. And yesterday was a bit much, man. Went to Sam's, and surprisingly, I don't know if you have a Sam's, which is affiliated with Walmart, right? It's a warehouse. Yeah, that's one reason I ain't posted much lately. Been busy doing stuff, ain't it? Yeah, exactly. And it's like, how much doom and gloom can we talk about? How much? And this is why I gotta say, you have to evolve your content. You have to talk about other things. Gardening this weekend, that's good. That's good, Art. Nothing like the smell. Exactly. And for that moment in time, Arc, Awkward, Chico, everybody that's watching here, it says 6 people. I'm including one in the laptop running in the house when I was watching to see my man. But for everybody that's watching, in that moment of time, enjoy that moment, that smell of the dirt, right? Those flowers. Maybe Arc taking a hike in the woods and hearing nothing, right? Maybe just hear some branches crickling and breaking some leaves. Maybe it's a deer. Who knows, right? Chico wise, that moment you're in the shop before everybody gets there, you just take that moment. Just reflect on, you know what? I'm here, right? I'm here. What's gonna happen? I don't know. How it's gonna go down? I don't know. Who's gonna enter my life? I don't know. But I'm here in the moment, right? And I was reflecting on this morning when I was brewing my coffee. I was thinking about how I was on this high octane weekend deal with my grandfather, right? And God rest his soul. He's right there in memory. He's right there. Let me put that up there. The man, the myth, the legend, right? Hey, what's up, Jared? Good morning to you. But in that moment, I mean, it's like, or the routine that I find myself in that, like that hamster on the wheel. You're just like going and going and going. And now I'm like, I got time to breathe and relax. And I don't have to be in a rush. And I know some people figure this out early in life. They're like, hey, man, take it easy. All right, all right, all right. It's, peace in the hood. Some people find out late in life, right? Sometimes people find out when it's too late and their health has gotten to the worst. But I would encourage everybody to just be in the moment, breathe, take your time, don't be in a rush. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, right? This is my woosah moment right now. Let me take a swig of this. Everybody that's here on YouTube has a life. Everyone's gonna go do their thing as soon as they flip that camera off. They're gonna live a normal life just like you and I, right? And I get it. From time to time, we want to have fun. We want to laugh. Nothing wrong with that. We want to joke around. We are who we are. We are going to be who we're going to be. But in that moment, just enjoy it, right? So I'll just say that about that, unless y'all want to add to that. Otherwise, I'll kind of go on to the next thing. Give it a minute to breathe. So yeah, Sam's, and I keep going squirrel, but went to Sam's yesterday, and the meat was looking kind of dry, and I think a lot of there was probably several briskets left, but it was like the meat section was like depleted, and I was like, dang, I haven't seen that in a while. And I hear it and I see it here on YouTube. I'll get to your comments in a second. Um, but it was a little concerning because as a person that tries to stay prepared, which I do my best, right? I think I've done good for myself, preparing for events and stuff. But it was a little concerning because I thought, man, should I grab a couple of briskets? Even though I'm not a big meat eater, surprisingly, I mean, I'll have my burger from time to time, you know, pizza, sausage, whatever. But I'm not like a steak and potatoes or like a pork chops and I got a ribeye steak and every once in a while, more of a sausage, turkey, pork ribs from time to time. But I'm not really a big meat eater like a lot of my family. They'll post pics on social media like, oh, barbecue and got big old slab of like brisket wrapped up. It's like, man, it looks good. You know, not a big meat eater, but I do have my meats from time to time. What's up, Slingshot? Good morning to you, brother. Good morning to you. I don't always catch your lives, but I do try to drop in. Let's see. Let's see. Absolutely. Okay. Let's see what Chico said. Absolutely. I take any opportunity to make someone's day better, even if I have to just smile at them and say something nice. We never know what someone else. Exactly. You just never know. And my dad said that a while back, Chico. My dad said, be careful what you say about other people, and I'm guilty of it. Be the first one to admit. Be careful what you say about other people because you never know when it happens to you or when you find yourself in their situation and then you're like, okay, I get it. I see why these people. But yeah, Sam's was not looking good. As I was checking out, there was an older white couple, and they had like several briskets in there, and not hating on them for doing that. They probably have a big event or whatever, but it made me think, man, I should have grabbed like two briskets just to put them in the freezer, just to put them in the freezer. We are going to get with my wife's family out in the country, and about three different family members barbecuing, and they got the big pits and the trailers and the hookups. I'm like, I got my little pit back there, but they love barbecuing, so we all pitched in. Families $40, individuals 20, and pretty much you just eat whatever you want. So, and if you want to bring a side, bring a side. So, let's see. Good morning, awkward. Awkward said, yeah, HEB hasn't had my yogurt in 2 weeks. Had to switch. Yeah, my wife eats a certain kind of oatmeal. The one in the little container that you put some water in halfway. And there's a certain one. I'm pretty flexible, and I found an HEB brand that's strawberries, and I've switched over to that now because they don't have the other brand. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So yeah, sometimes you got to do that. No rum and lettuce. And last week, good morning to you. I've learned to never say much about individuals. It's a good practice to get into, Jared. I always compliment my younger brother. And one time when I was out camping by the lake, you might have caught him. He's my baby brother, but he seems like my big brother because he's bigger in size than me. But I always tell him I admire you because you're always calm. You're not quick on the tongue, right? And there's two kind of things. You can be witty, right, and just quick, like the comebacks. Like I'll give an example. Hutch, Hutch and Backwoods. They're very like witty. They're very like come back at you like that, right? But they're also very like reserved. Like they know when to like sit back and like let you talk, right? And I admire people that have that thing about them, right? I've had to learn to over time to like kind of just hold my tongue, right? Not that I'm ugly with people or rude. It's just sometimes being honest with people comes off like that, right? So I've had to like just say, my natural reaction is X, Y, Z, but I'm gonna give it a minute and see what see what happens. And then if I need, and then just reapproaching how you say things to people. It's your approach that helps too. You know, I plan on getting a high-powered big bore air rifle. Yeah, Academy sells a lot of those uh, different optional. I call them BB guns, right? Air rifles. Um, I'm the old school one. You just pump that thing like 10, 15 times, 20 times, thinking, okay, I'm gonna get it more powerful. Um, but yeah, I mean, to get than an actual pew pew, a real one. And I said real one meaning, with the big one, the big rounds in it. It's certainly an option. So let people talk and they tell you exactly who they are. Yeah, exactly, Jared. I admire that too. Yeah. Yeah. So just this weekend, gonna like sit back, enjoy the moment, enjoy family, enjoy the time. I'm gonna run some errands, try to limit it. Uh, you know, uh, with retirement coming up here, in the next year. It's not going to be this year. It's going to be next year that I'll actually be eligible. That I'll be able to just ponder on between now and then what it is I want to do. What's going to be my next venture. It's certainly going to be part time. It's certainly going to be something that I want to do that's going to be enjoyable. This is my mom's texting me right now. She's funny. Wait, backwoods is reserved. Wait, backwoods is reserved and witty. Backwoods, where you at, bro? You ain't been held. he, he told me that's funny. Oh my goodness. All right, yeah. There you go. Witty, arc, humor. It's something that I think we need, and we just need to like relax. Um, there's too many videos of like just negative stuff or just bad stuff happen to good people, and evil never wins, man. I mean, look at this dude at the subway, the New York guy. Uh, comes. It turns out he has a lot of. Amen, brother. Turns out he has a lot of, or he had a lot of YouTube videos that were very negative, right, against white people and other people, Hispanics, Latinos, probably Asians too. And I'm just like, how does somebody get to that point in their life, right? How does somebody get to that point where they're just like nobody, fat, out of shape, loser, has nothing to show, no family, no kids, no wife, probably has no job, living off the government, so mad at the world, right? How do they get to that point? They're so mad at their life. And instead of just focusing that energy on themselves, like, hey, I need to better myself, lose some weight, get a better attitude, turn this old attitude in, get a better one, right? You don't like white people? Hey, why don't you go meet some white people? You don't like Mexican people? Why don't you go meet? There's plenty of people. There's a lot of shitty people in the world. Don't get me wrong. There is, but there's a lot of good people too. And it's sometimes it's the environment that you're in, whether you want to call it poverty or just self-choice or well, this is where I grew up in my hood. You can leave that area. I've been improving my life. Yeah, you can leave that area and find good in the world. There's a It's getting harder to find those places to hide or to find that little town, but they're out there. You just have to look for them. And believe me, people that live outside the city have the same problems that people inside the city. They're different, but they still have problems. Hey, Vanessa Katie, good morning to you. It's been a while. Top of the morning to you. That made me think about something too. I just said about, and I'm just rambling here and just going all over the place. I don't understand that love. Yeah, I don't understand that either. And Patriot, remind me, Ark, remind me to talk about small town growth and cities. Remind me, because I'm gonna forget. But I wanted to kind of recap on what you were saying. I was uh, I was watching Delaware Patriot, and I don't know if you guys know. Always doing videos in the garage. Um, Good guy. Let me say that. So mistake what I'm saying. He was just saying something about the last video. He was like, "This is for my." He goes, "I welcome everybody. If you're people of color, you know everybody's welcome. But this one goes out to my white brothers and sisters." And I get it, brother. I get it. I get it. To my people, um, that that we're here, right? That we're at this level. That we have to, that people are so offended of of what you look like, right? That we don't just say, hey, people are people, right? Um, and I'm a loss for words, right? That's why I'm kind of stumbling here because I can't understand why people um, they have this triggered mindset that white people are bad, right? Or that white people have done wrong, or that white people have this privilege. And it's like, dude, not everybody's privileged. I have known some, if you want to call them trailer people. Some people will say white trash. I don't like to say that. I've known some poor people of all colors, white, black, brown, and they're good people, right? They're good people. Probably the best people are the people that have very little, people that come from nothing, right? And they're okay with sharing, right? It's the people that have the big money that are greedy, right? That don't like to share, that don't like to help someone when they're down, right? The best people that I know don't have a lot. They have what I have, but they have less. They're the best people that I know of all colors. They were spoiled emotionally. Yeah, exactly, Art. And I don't understand that. I can't grasp that mindset. Let me move on to that town that I was talking about. I was thinking about the growth of cities, right? Because I'm near a major city. I live in Central Texas. I don't live in Austin, just so you know, but I live outside the realm, right? I found that I have to just social media at times to grow. Yeah, exactly, Chico. So many think and talk negative about everything. If you let it, it will manifest, right? It will attach itself to you, and it's like, come on, we're better than that, you know. Take a swip of this. But I think about like growth, right? Growth in major cities, right? And when you small towns here in Texas, they are growing though, right? But there's still some of those tiny wall in the hole little towns that I haven't even visited. And tribalism can be a good thing, but it can retard social growth when it's taken exactly. Closed-minded people are the ones that are woke. But I think about growth in the big cities versus the small towns, right? And if you've ever been through those small West Texas towns, and I say West Texas, like you go through Llano and Brady and um, San Angelo out that way, Lamesa, Lubbock, Big Spring, and then even west, like near Big Bend, right? Somewhere I want to go this year, I'm hoping. But if not, I'll have to put it on my radar for next year. But you see those small little towns that are struggling to make it economic economically, right? And for those people that live there, and I have family that live in real small towns, and they don't grow, right? They don't grow. They haven't grown. Maybe they've added a couple new stores, at Dollar General, but they've always had a Dairy Queen, right? They've always had a Sonic, a McDonald's, a Pizza Hut, right? Those are the four establishments that are pretty much in any town. And if nothing else, you're gonna find a Dairy Queen even in the smallest towns. They're like they ain't got nothing but Dairy Queen out here. I've been through those towns. I love them. I love those little towns because there's nothing out there. Maybe a little antique store, a little wood store. They'll either have a feeder store or like an auto parts store. And that auto parts store serves as multiple things, right? From cars to tractors to feeders to whatever, right? A little Dollar General in there. What's up, KP? Man, you're missing it, KP. You're missing it. Good morning to you, chat. It's been a good chat so far. But I think about those little towns that are struggling, right? That people grow up. And there's a lot of people that grow up in the country, a small town. They're like, I'm getting the hell out of here as soon as I'm done with high school, right? Little town, it's been great. They go off to the big cities because they're looking for that growth. They're looking for that that civilization, right? And so they seek growth, right? Where if you get a medium town, not the tiny, small, in the hole in the wall, but like a medium size, and there's been plenty of them here around Central Texas that have just exploded, right? Because people don't want to live in the big city in Austin, wherever. those towns, I mean, they're a good size when they start out, and then the people that have lived there for years and years and years, right? They're like, it's perfect the way it is. But is growth is like a cancer. Growth is like contagious, right, from the big cities, because it comes to those smaller towns. Like, we don't need more growth, but they're like, it's too expensive to live over there, so we're building here. It's just unstoppable, right? It's one of those where it's like a double-edged sword. The small towns that need the economic growth, I can understand their point of view. Like, yeah, let's bring in more houses, more people, so we can grow this town, right? And the reflection is when you're in the bigger towns, the medium-sized towns, um, you love it, and then you see you're right in the middle. You're like, we want the small town, but we don't want the big city. But it's like we're just caught in the middle like a sandwich, you know. We are small. All right, let me go back on some of these comments here. Morning, Red Chat. See you later. Okay, Ark, I didn't see you, man. Adios, brother. Sorry about that. If you're still here, goodbye. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Go enjoy your family. Dairy Queen not close here. We do have two extremely delicious ice cream stands, though. Good ice cream stands or snow cone stands in the summertime. A lot of them come back. Morning, D. Good morning. Moonchild, good morning to you. Morning. Hi, Princess. Got all the ladies here in the house. Yeah, so it's just and for any of y'all that missed it at the very beginning, I was just saying, just take the time to like enjoy your weekend. Just breathe, just be in the moment. Just don't worry about the world, It's going to be what it's going to be. You can't control it. Like all I control is like getting up in the morning, making some coffee, taking my time, thinking about what I'm going to do for the day and just get what I can get done. That's it. There's no reason to scream the sky's falling, it's the end of the world, go get your shit. It's like get your pew-pews, and it's just like, and if you when you can reflect on that, you can just take a step back and be like, it's gonna be okay. It is crazy. It is a crazy world. There's a lot of stuff going on, but it's gonna be okay because all the stuff that you have, it's just stuff, right? It's good to have. I'm not saying don't stay ready, but enjoy your life too. Make sure you count on that because when you die, and we're all gonna die, you don't get to take it with you. And I hate to say the more outcome of that is your family's not gonna want your stuff. They're gonna sell it. They're gonna give it away. They're gonna throw it away. It's just the reality of it. Only you, I mean, you prepare for what you prepare for, right? I think about all the other family members that I have that I'm like, hey, you should, stock up, do this and that. They don't listen. And they don't because that's not their lifestyle. That's not how you live. I'm here for a good time, right? I'll get it when I need it, and if I need it and don't have it, oh well. It's just their attitude, right? But they'll come to you like, hey, you got some stuff? And I'm like, nope, I ain't got nothing for you. So I do help out people when I can, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you live your life. I won't be critical of you, but don't judge me, and vice versa. So, yeah, wife went to the store this morning. She wanted to beat the crowds because it's gonna be chaotic. From Sam's, we went to HEB. There's too many people, man. I was just like, the anxiety was kicking in. I'm like, it's just too many people, too close, getting on my nerves. And everybody was like in a hurry. It's like, get out of my way, get out of. Even me, I was just like, go, 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 go. And people were just like, okay, okay, you go, okay, go, go. I gotta go that way. Let's see, Moonchild. That's where I'm at in life. I've been staying off YouTube more and just been keeping on. I'm here for a good time, not long. Exactly. You know what's surprising to me, and I don't want any of you viewers, mostly ladies, I believe, to take offense to this, but I think that you'll agree with me. You don't have to call out anybody. I'm not calling out anybody either. But what's sad to me is that I go through a lot of YouTube channels, and some I'm still sub. I can't watch them anymore. Um, but you watch these channels, men, women, whatever, right? A channel, right? And it's sad to me because you see what's coming, right? You see what's happening to them. You see how they've changed, right? You've seen them go down this rabbit hole, right? Some purposely, right? You got to be a YouTube star. You got to. I'm telling you, it's a lot of work, right? You got to get the green screen. You got to get on these chats and all that. But what's sad to me is, I can have this conversation with anybody, my kids, a friend, a neighbor, family, coworker. They don't listen to you, right? I mean, when you see what's down the line, when you see what's ahead, when you see X, Y, Z is going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Maybe not exactly to the T, but you know what's going to happen because you've seen the story play out. What's sad to me is when you see these people going down this path, and I will say this: you don't know what you don't know, right? Even when daddy and mommy's telling you this is what's going to happen, you shouldn't do it, and you go and you marry off that stud or that hot chick, and then you realize you're like, damn, I should listen to my mom and dad. you know, I'm here for a good time. We all make mistakes, including myself. I'm not immune to it. But when you know, right? And it's sad to me when you see these channels go down these roads, and it's just like you just shake your head like, man, it's headed nowhere, man. It's headed for the end. What do you do when you get there? And hopefully you learn. Hopefully you learn, and then you reflect like, that's what they were talking about. They try to warn me. Oh yeah, this channel was telling me this. I didn't listen. And you evolve from that, right? You better yourself, right? You say, okay, live and learn, been there, done that, move on, right? I hope that some channels don't burn themselves out with this whole prepping thing or end of the world or doomsday or whatever. I hope that. That's me being kind, right? Wishing you well. I hope that you evolve from that. I hope that you find other things than just talking about that you can say, I'm going to grow here, right? This has worked for so long, it's going to run out, right? The space is going to run out. The topic's going to run out. Your audience is going to run out. What else you got? What else you got? And this is why I jump around from topic to topic. This is why I do different things. And, mainly I do my knife videos because I enjoy it. There'll come a time when I won't enjoy it as much. I enjoy it for now. I enjoy woodworking. I enjoy jumping on these live chats and just kind of having at it, and hopefully someone listens to me. Hopefully somebody gets a little something out of this. You know, you can't win them all, right? But for those that know. For those that want to listen, they will listen. They'll think. They'll do it when they're ready. You can't save everybody, and that's the honest truth. You can't. You can't save it. And the perfect example of people I can use are my kids. For the longest time, I would tell them X, Y, Z. Don't do this. Hear me now, believe me later. All that stuff. And now it's coming to pass. They're like, you were right. I get it. I understand. I don't know what I was thinking. You were the best dad. I mean, you are the best dad. You're right. You know, you've been there for me. Thank you. All those things that you're like, I wanted to hear those years ago, and now I'm hearing them, but I'll take it. Let me see what some of the people are saying here. My people. Let's see, Moonchild said. That's okay, I read that one. Vanessa Kitty, let's go. Uh, we went to a Costco last Saturday. The wrong day, we left. So crowded we could not get in. Oh wow, yeah. If I see lines outside the door like that, I'm turning around. I'm not even interested in that. So I'm not even. The funny thing is, me and my wife, we were off. We went to lunch during the weekday, or was it last weekend? Can't remember. But we walked into Freebirds, and the line was long, right? I mean, it was long, and then by the time we got there was a line that just wrapped around, right? And they had like three workers, one on the register, one was working the line, and that one lady was working the line. She was working, man. Two guys in the back were cooking. It was short staff. I bet some people called in, didn't show up, whatever. So I wasn't mad at them, right? At some point, I looked at my wife. I was like, "This is gonna take for a while." So let's go. We went, ended up going to Chipotle. Um, so it worked out. And then when we got there, as soon as we got there, there was a long ass line. I told my wife, I was like, "I guess everybody from Freebirds is coming over here." So it was funny, but I don't mess with that. If it's long, it's not worth it, man. When it all said and done, more is always said than done. Yeah, exactly, Moonchild. Yes, you just have to let it roll. Exactly, awkward, and that's that's where I'm at with people here on YouTube or wherever, right? I'm at that point now. It's just like it's gonna be what's gonna be. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna behave. They're either gonna listen or they're not, right? And you can't be mad at people for wanting to explore their own venture. Like, let me do it my way. I know you said you did it this way, and you warned me of all this stuff to come, but let me try it. I want to see if I have a different outcome. You can't be mad at people for that, right? And I was telling one of my kiddos, I was like, it's hard. It's hard because she's always telling me about her friends, like, oh, they're just always fighting. There's one there's one friend that her and her partner, they're always arguing, right? Always arguing, always fighting over stuff, and she's always calling my daughter, and my daughter's like, I don't want to hear this. Like, I just like she's telling me this, like, I don't want to hear um, this. Like, every time they have problems, they call me or she calls me, right? And she complains about her girlfriend. And it's like, why are you with her? Why don't you leave her? And it's that stubbornness of love. You can't. And so I was telling my daughter, I said, this is the thing that because you were raised differently, you see things kind of how me and your mom taught you. You see the difference in parenting with this friend of yours who didn't have their dad. Not to shit on her mom because her mom did her best. Um, as a parent, I get it. It's tough, right? Being a, Having two parents, being one parent, I'm sure that that's hard. So I'm not shitting on anybody that's single out there. I know, because when I married my wife, she was single mom raising her kids, and I helped raise those two plus mine. So I get it. But just reflecting on people is that you get to the point you just gotta let them live their life. You just gotta let them fuck up, figure it out. Because there's no, there's no, there's n- no matter how much I tell you not to do something, you're going to do it. It's just and it's sad to me, but you can't fix that. I mean, I've made mistakes too, not as many mistakes as a lot of other people I know, but I've made my fair share. You know, yes, you just okay. My question to people like that is, how how's that working for you? Exactly, but you can't because you offend them by saying that, KP. It's like that's offensive. That is the best action right there. You distance yourself from it, right? You just say, hey, live your life, enjoy, catch you on the flip side. And then, I think when you distance yourself, you allow that person to either grow and say, you know what, shit, man, where are all my friends at? Where's Red at? I miss their company. I miss their talks, their advice. I get it now. They're either going to grow from it or they're just going to continue to live that, right? And that to me is the saddest part when even when somebody realizes that they're just like fucking up in life and they're just like you continue to make the worst decisions. You just have to let them live in it, live in their own shit. So, but this is not what this chat's about. Is shitting on other people. It's just rambling my 2 cents on life. What do y'all got? I'm gonna turn it over to y'all now. What do y'all want to talk about? What are you doing this weekend? It's open mic, so go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna run to the bank, but now I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to do that. But Definitely want to do one or two errands. Go get some bags of ice, put them in the big freezer. Clean out a couple of the ice chests that I have, so I can take that over there. Get some chairs loaded up. Just kind of pace myself. Do those things today. 'Cause tomorrow, I tell my wife I want to have everything ready to go, loaded up, and I just want to take my time and enjoy it, and not miss anything or not forget something. Because I ain't coming back from the country back to where we live. I am not coming. That's that's a good, 45, 55-minute drive right there. I'm not doing that. So you better make sure you take your whatever medicines you need for allergies, your headaches, whatever. Take that. You know what? That reminds me. I want to make sure I take my medical kit too. I'm I'm that guy that has everything, right? I have a knife, machete, I have rope, zip tie, I have a tarp, jumper cables, and it blows my mind, right? Family members that have like car issues, right? Their cars don't have jumper cables for shit, right? Don't have a toolbox, a tool bag, a little emergent, nothing, right? Yet they have no problem spending money on some other stupid shit. I'm just like, go buy your freaking emergency kit, jumper cable bag at Walmart. 25, 30 bucks. Yet they had no problem buying a big old chest of ice chest beer, smokes, whatever. Just spending on nonsense, right? At the club, whatever. Taking a vacation. I'm like, how the hell you got money for that shit and you ain't got money for a $25, $30 bag, a jumper cable bag at Walmart with emergency kit? I think my wife is home. I say another 8 minutes or so, and then I think I'm gonna cut it at an hour. Gotta cut it off at an hour. So, Moonchild, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just live your life. Go enjoy it. Go to the lake. Go to the river. In fact, we got a couple trips planned, so I'm looking forward to that. My wife's like, she goes, we're blessed. We got. Because I was telling her, I was like, I want to take a couple trips this year. She goes, we are taking a couple trips. It's like, oh, I know. I'm just speaking like I want to continue to take a couple more trips. So you have the day off? Lucky. I'm working today. Yeah, they gave us the day off. They said we're gonna give everybody a day off. Gardening, housework, etc. This weekend. I may try to try to can some beans. Oh, okay, cool. You're canning? That's awesome. I bought a canner a couple of weeks ago. Time to learn. Yeah, definitely. You can do a video on that. Awkward. Maybe inspire somebody else to like can. The only kind of canning I do is at the store. I go buy the canned food. So stock up on that. But you know, whatever keeps you motivated, whatever keeps you moving, whatever keeps you thinking, whatever keeps you happy, do it. If it's gardening for 2 hours, taking a nap, making a grilled cheese sandwich, watching your favorite cooking show, reading a book, going for a walk, right? Little things like that. Just do it. Live your life. Or you can spend an hour or two or several hours looking at people's YouTube videos thinking, what have I done with my day? So, not sure I want to record me blowing up my kitchen. Yeah, but it's documented, so at least we'll know, right? We'll all be witnesses. So anyway, yeah, my wife's in the house. She's washing her hands. All right, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. I know I said an hour, but I want to tell y'all to all have a wonderful weekend. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Learn to walk away from people that don't have anything to offer you, and just enjoy your weekend, right? And if you end up on other people's chats, have fun at it. Maybe motivate them to switch it up a little, So, just my 2 cents. So, anyway, have a good one. God bless. Love you all. Peace. Awkward, KP, Moonchild, and anybody else watching. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate you. I do. And I don't take you for granted. Just know that. Because life's too short for that, you know? We're here today, and who knows what happens tomorrow. Life changes forever. So,